Alright friends, and welcome to the highlights for round 4 of Stobbie's Happy Fun Times League. This is the round robin stage. First game we have the Gutter Punks taking down the Never Dying 2-1. There was another impressive performance by Lloggiczz. He's gone 4-0-0 now, totally undefeated in the league so far. In the second game, the brain damages were awarded an auto concede win against EU rules. EU rules couldn't make their game this week. In the Bloody Dawn, well that's me, I lost 1-0 to Frenzied for Stobbs, those bloody Amazons. Nerful Skullcrackers, the Chaos Dwarves drew 1-1 with the Lizardmen, Sotex Fangs. And then in short legs, long other things, and Proto Molecule, I believe they were both, I awarded them both with a bye. Because both of them tried to make the game, but they couldn't make it work. So it seemed like the safest and fairest thing to do. And in game 6, Orc, which is the Orcs, 3-0 totally smashed the CX Smashers, which was the Barbarians. So let's go right ahead now and take a look at the game 1 highlights. This is Gutter Punks versus the Never Dying. So in our first game of round number 4, I was really looking forward to seeing this game. I believed that JuodasVarnas had one of the best chances of actually being able to beat Lloggiczz Rats. Lloggiczz far and away, he's running away with the tournament. I believe he's 4-0 now. 12 armor breaks, 2 touchdowns and a pass. A lot of ball position, but then again actually even more ball position for the halflings. KOs inflicted 6, that's what you'd expect with all the little halflings. Look at how the blocks succeeded were pretty much even. But of course you expect that difference with the KOs and injuries given the lower armor value. 6-9, 13-16 against 10, so Gutter Punks rolled a lot of 1s. Wow, actually that looks pretty even. Oh, look at those 1s, wow, 31. But then 38, it seemed to be either 5s or 1s for the most part.
I've just been watching my Cabalvision.
Really interesting. Okay, let's get back into it. Okay, here we go. Blitz. The Never Dying gets a free bonus turn, but players in an enemy tackle zone not perform an action. And they're defending as well. That's quite fortunate for the Never Dying. Especially considering they don't have the fan factor, so... Nice little start, but the stab there didn't work. And a great kick. Tackle, so useful. Oh, first hit of the game for the Rats, and it's an injury. How many SPP on that Storm Vermin? 8 out of 16 now. Sax pistols. That's quite clever. I must remember to do that if I'm ever against treemen like that. Put one of my dodgy lads who can reasonably safely get away. I think this rat ogre must have done work against these little halflings. Double push. That prehensile tail is so cool. And this is a proper prehensile tail, not like the prehensile chain that the Kislev bear gets. Just such bullshit. So pretty much every game you see, Juodas is going to have a star player. This time he's gone for Zara the Slayer. She's got jump up, stab, stakes, loner, block, dauntless, dodge. Wow. So I assume he's just going to blitz with her every turn to try to get some rats off the field. Little 3-on-1 halfling rat action. Here comes the blitz. That rat ogre is very injurable with only 8 armor. I've learnt that the hard way, playing with rats myself. The rat ogre gets injured all the time. Oh, he's fouling. Of course he is. He's got spare players. Stunty pretty much what? Cancelling out prehensile tail. Action-packed first rounds. Let's watch what happens in the block though. Probably nothing. I don't think that lineman has tackle, does he? Yep, just a push. Oh no, knockdown. Right, JuodasVarnas, as expected, is blitzing every turn with his star player. And just a KO. And he's fouling a lot. I suppose he has to. I mean, he can't run the, the usual bashing battle because he's not that strong. So what he does have is a lot of players. So the more I play Blood Bowl, the less butthurt I get when people foul me. Like, I'm starting to appreciate and understand how it's just a part of the game. I do still get salty and annoyed when I get fouled on turn 16. Oh, was that his blitz as well? No, it wasn't. Hobble tea leaf. Ooh, that looks painful. Oh, another injury. Niggling injury as well. Is a retired player. Whoop, rip. These little halflings get knocked out so easily. And he just runs it in. It can be almost comically easy with these gutter runners to score touchdowns. Well done, Lloggiczz, well played. Right, so turn 6. Gutter punks are still punching halflings. Oh, the Rat Ogre has been pretty unreliable this game. I've just switched to the other view now because it's the halflings drive.
I mostly rely on old cheese. When it smells like old cheese,
What do the halflings do here? I think it's clearly super important that he gets these guys threatening the ball carrier. Gets them away. Stun, it's fine. Blitz from the star player. Ooh, failed the reroll. That's unfortunate. What was his plan there? To blitz, knock him down, and then make a run? I mean, he would have been caught by the gutter runners. I suppose he had to move though, he couldn't stay there. Oh man. Dodge and stunty not working for the halflings. And injury! Look, there's the first one that he rolled. Well, on that roll. He's rolled plenty of ones. Oof. So 2 turns left. Can Lloggiczz score from here? He certainly can. He's got a rat in scoring position, quite easily in scoring position. 9 movement, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. Doesn't even need to do any GFIs. He's just got to get a hold of the ball and get it onto this gutter runner. The way the halfling is just... He's just smiling stupidly as he's about to get punched. Lol. Interesting. Now that gutter runner can still score on the next turn, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He would need one go for it from there. He would have needed to blitz the ball carrier the previous turn, but I don't think he had an option to do that. Jump up, so good. Oh! Injuries are piling up. Apode, we missed the next game. 3 halfling injuries, 1 rat injury. Ball bouncing around crazily. There we go. Well done, little halfling man. Love the trees, they're so cool. It gets the power, needed it. This looks good for JuodasVarnas. And gets the Rat Ogre down. And finally Stunty does some work. This looks like a very, very difficult... Oh, I'm the wild animal. Was that his blitz as well? No, it was not. Oh, another KO. Dodge is not working for Lloggiczz at all this game. I think he just double won there. Unlucky. So how does he score here? He's got one turn. I don't think he can score. If he hands off to that halfling who then gets thrown, I think is the only way he can score, because obviously these guys are too slow. Or he just runs up and just gets... Yeah, he'd have to hand off, get thrown, and then this guy runs it in. I hope he can succeed with that. It'll be hilarious if he can pull it off. He's got a re-roll. Get him. Stick the landing, little man. Oh, I nailed it! Nice! Well done, halflings. I love the halflings, they're so stupid. It's such a dumb team. But as JuodasVarnas is showing, it can make it work. It's a joke team, but I think like for the best players, you can kind of get over those weaknesses. Good half, boys, good half. So at the start of the second half, here's the halfling bullshit. The never dying gains 2 team rolls. The gutter punks loses 2, so gutter punks lose both of their re-rolls. Fucking halflings, man. Joke team my ass. So we rejoin the action on turn 12. Strip ball, excellent skill. Actually, before my round 4 game, I agonized over taking strip ball or tackle on one of my goats. And you know, I don't think it made much of a difference. But I ended up going for tackle. So after 4 games, I've got 2 leveled up players. Been really hard. But these lads are doing very well. And Lloggiczz with his rats is picking up SPP at a frightening rate.
If they are, we may see a touchdown.
Oh, that looks so painful. Stab failed. See, that there is my issue with stab. I mean, I remember trying a Dark Elf team with 2 assassins rather than the Witch Elves. And the assassins would use stab almost every turn, but like when it works, it's great because you injure a player, but when it doesn't work, they still remain standing and basically does nothing. Reroll burnt, but he does have... He had 4 at the start of the half. And he had a mage as well to zap the rat. But I think actually even with being knocked down, you could still basically have 6+2 movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This 5 AG gutter runner still only has to make 1 dodge, a pickup, and 1 go for it to score there. Well, I love gutter runners, they're amazing. What animal? Oh, that rat ogre has been such a liability this game. Well, speaking of big guys being liabilities, I have just now managed to get my Minotaur after game 4. So I expect in games 5 and 6 to have my big guy be a complete liability. Easy dodge, easy pickup. And running back and forth. Interesting. Now, I suppose he's got complete control of the ball, so that makes sense. Right, so back on Lloggicz's turn. He drives up. Only a couple of little halflings to deal with. It looks like his stab action on the star player failed again. Frenzy gives him the power he needs. Still 0 SPP on the Rat Ogre in game 4. That's super disappointing. Now just a bit of showboating with the gutter runner. And a bit of fouling. That must feel good. He's been getting fouled the whole game. Just a stun. Look at the dodges. Only gets the 1 dice power on the halfling. But it doesn't matter in the end. Fucking rats. I love him. That's why I love this Skaven. And wild animal again. That's why I so badly want to try get pro on one of my rat ogres. Or one of my big guys. That wasn't a blitz, but he's still got one more turn to run it in, so it's easy enough. A nice big cage around him. Alright, easy. Good lord, Lloggiczz. Was Lloggiczz able to make any dodges away from the trees this game? It doesn't feel like it. It seems like all of them were knockouts. Let's watch to the end. We've got 1 turn left for each team. No, I like that. Ballsy. I've never seen a tree fail and go for it before. On my bucket list of animations I need to see in this game is a tree using leap. I can only imagine how funny that must look. Hey, and he doesn't wild animal for once. And gets the power he needed. If that had actually rolled the both down, then it would have drawn the game for JuodasVarnas. So it was actually really close. Super, super close game. Well played, boys, and well played to JuodasVarnas. Lloggiczz as well, of course, but you know, he's got such a better team. Super, super interesting game. Top of the table clash. Well played, boys. Well played. So, then it was time for my game. I'm the Bloody Dawn, and I played against Frenzied for Stobbs. Virtual Vikings, Amazonian Linewoman. It's incredibly frustrating for me. I got 12 breaks to his 9, so pretty close. All that I was able to get out of it was 2 completed passes for a little bit of SPP. An MVP, a completed pass, and then a couple injuries. No, there was 1 completed pass and injury, and then there was 1 pass and injury. It's actually pretty close in terms of the SPP at least. I mean, I did my best. The dice rolls, it felt like it was slightly in his favor. Not hugely. I don't think I was diced terribly. I mean, I did roll 30 ones. That's a lot of ones. You rolled 24. It's quite a lot as well. 29 sixes. I recall him rolling and I rolled 15. So, okay, maybe the dice were a little harder on me than I remember, but it was super frustrating because I was able to get his block mighty blow piling on Blitzer off the field on like turn 1, but he just APO'd it straight away and I couldn't get it back off the field, and he just kicked the shit out of me with that one. Just KOs, and he could just dodge. It was so frustrating. This is my 4th game now with Chaos, and I do not like Chaos. Holy crap, they suck. I fucking do not enjoy Chaos. I can see how they can be a great team, I think, and I can certainly see how you can make the argument that at a higher TV they can be one of, if not the most scary team to face. But at low TV, oh, not fun. So let's get into some match highlights, and apologies for my saltiness. I'm trying to keep my emotions under control and in check, but it's so hard. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the highlights more than I did. Oh, injury, 100% injury, death. Come on, Zinch. Zinch, I bring you this gift. Accept my gift, Zinch. Oh, that's a push. Listen to these fucking bitches. Oh! I'm the worst. Easy go for it. No problem. No problem. Here we go. Get her off the pitch. Kill her! Yeah! No, using the APO!
Yep.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
Jeez.
Let's see if it pays off
She's
for
gonna
him.
be back.
That's fine. I'll just foul her again. Oh, I could not have asked for more. Turn
I
one.
was hoping for you to have a sent off. That's why I put her
turn
there.
one, APO. Oh, easy dodges. Eventually, you know, like the sooner on in the tournament you play them, the better, because they're only going to get stronger.
Yeah, but the sooner I play them, the sooner my team just gets wrecked.
Well, I mean, did you get any permanent injuries or any deaths?
I got one death and one permanent injury.
And what was the permanent injury?
-1 strength, so I fired her.
Okay.
And I bought a new line woman because.
And the one who died was a line woman.
The one who died, I think, was a blitzer.
Oh,
So I
that
had
sucks.
to buy another one. Yep. Alright, now I can score.
Yep. I've been punching these bitches for 3 turns and no injuries, or 1 injury. Here we go,
Yeah.
foul the dodge. Easy dodge. Oh, fuck.
Well, they have to
And
retreat a little. It is getting
Go
dangerous.
there. Go for it. Yeah.
Eat shit, die! Ah, both down, I'll take that.
Oh yeah, you don't have a blocker. So that's good. You can score. Hey! That was my goal.
Easy GFIs, why is it every time you click on both it fails?
I don't know. I think people
Is it
have
just
a,
me or... Yeah, look at that, I mean, just nothing but ones,
I
just
think
solid
there's-
ones.
I think there's a special like rule of thumb saying that
Always
you
roll
need
one.
dodges with
But you had a reroll though.
Amazons.
Oh, because
Yeah,
dodge doesn't
free
work with the
reroll.
reroll. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dodge is a free reroll, so I don't use it.
Getting the ball up is going to be hard though. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just breathe. Oh, you're so lucky. Ah.
Oh, come on. I cannot push him out of the ball. Oh yeah, I blitzed, so I cannot pass.
Just state for the record that you're aware of how lucky you are. That's all I want to hear. Just acknowledge it. Just acknowledge how fucking lucky you are.
Yeah, I'm lucky
Unbelievable.
this game.
Fucking unbelievable.
Normally Nuffle fucks me, but this game I guess not.
Just one more stop.
Give me a pow, one time. Give me a pow. No pow. Fuck you. Oh. Yes.
Oh my god, it went back to her.
It appears there's an end to even your luck. Well, 1-0, that wasn't too bad, and no deaths. I expected way worse. Okay, so fourth game of the week was ShinobiShadow's Nerful Skullcrackers, that's the Chaos Dwarves, against Mardon's Sotex Fangs. 1-1, I'm not sure what to make of that. I mean, in a matchup like that, I suppose I would have backed the Lizardmen with their skinks, but then again, the Chaos do have the Chaos Dwarves with block and tackle to nail down those skinks. Immediately what jumps out to me as surprising is only 4 armor breaks for the Chaos Dwarves. SPP, very low SPP for both teams. Just a touchdown each and an MVP. Look at that, so 51 blocks succeeded and 59 blocks succeeded. So to only get 4 armor breaks in 41 blocks succeeded is really quite low. I mean, I know most of those would have been onto the Sauruses with 9 AV, but ooh, super, super interesting. Block sustained, 2 KOs sustained, only the 1 casualty. Interesting. Let's see how it went. Right, so we were joining the action on turn 2 of ShinobiShadow's turn. Or no, this is actually Mardon's turn, Sotex Fangs. And the big man actually made a move up to the ball. That's interesting. Not very often you see the big lad actually not being really stupid in those circumstances. Nice big hit from Hungry Saurus. It's so good for him that he's got block on one of his Sauruses. Here comes the skink bullshit. Nice, the wild animal. Good hit by the Minotaur. So 6 out of 16. Now I see he's got Juggernaut. That's quite nice on the Minotaur. I have mixed feelings about that skill, Juggernaut, on a big guy. I mean, it's great because it fixes some of the dice rolls. Doesn't allow them to use both down. Doesn't allow them to use stand firm or anything like that, but it only does anything if you're actually blitzing. And a lot of the times I wish I wouldn't have to blitz with my big guy, because if they fail their negative mental check, then your blitz gets wasted that turn. Oh, lucky Dwarf. Nice. Block on the Saurus. Things are starting to bog down here. Let's rejoin the action once a break is made for the ball. So, Mardon is just about to make a break here on turn 7. Oh, that's unlucky to be dodging away and have your injury proc when dodging away like that. That is so unfortunate. And that skink is out to dry. And makes the dodge away. With 2 edgy, makes the dodge away. That's a ballsy move, I like that. Double push. Lucky skink. I'm enjoying seeing the Minotaur in action because I was finally able to buy one myself. So in round 5, I'm gonna have a Minotaur just to screw me over some more. Ooh, down you go, lads. Well, that's a big important block. Can he make it? I think he can make it. He just needs a few go for it. And fails the go for it! Oh, that's so unlucky. Oh, that would have been a touchdown and no rerolls. Getting that down at the crucial moment there. Good half, boys, good half. No scores, but a lot of punching back and forth. So,
Two big guys is always better.
turn 9 for ShinobiShadow. It's the Chorfs. I noticed that the Skinks have managed to recover the ball. Blitzing Saurus makes sense. Get the little hobgoblin out the way. Zoop! I've always hated these little skinks, but since I've started playing Skaven, I don't hate skinks that much because gutter runners are way worse. Oh, go for it, stop failing. Are you sure you want to re-roll that? I suppose so, yeah, doesn't want to end his turn there. Oh, unlucky, the 9 AV gets knocked out and the 7 AV just... Is that also KO'd or just stunned? They also KO'd, they both knocked each other out. Lol. This is quite a hard situation for the Chorfs though. I don't know how he gets a player onto that little skink. I suppose, yeah, no. Oh, what was happening there? Surely that was a misclick. Or he didn't realize that. Yeah, because he could have just punched that guy, would have freed up that Saurus. You hate to see it. You hate to see it, and that just hands the touchdown to the skink. Good touchdown, solid touchdown. Right, rejoin the action with the Chorfs making a drive on the right side. He has got his bull centaurs. There's a lot of bodies covering this drive. It looks like Shinobi's hard committed to the right side here. He doesn't really have an option to offload to someone who can then run the left-hand side. And I'll just point out that he was able to stand up his Minotaur without blitzing, so that was a 50-50 chance of him going wild animal. This looks good for Shinobi. Ah! Key thing to note here with Really Stupid, the Croxigal has lost his tackle zones. Which is of course what I think makes Wild Animal superior to Really Stupid or Bonehead. Because with Wild Animal, as long as your big guy is standing, he doesn't lose his tackle zones. That's really hard. I think that's going to be a 1 dice at best. Oh no, he's got big hit here. Surely he didn't have to move that skink because this would still have been enough to get the ball off of him if he rolled correctly. Oh, unlucky. How much mobility on the He's just out of range. That plus strength Chaos Dwarf blocker is doing work. It's not very often that I see a lizard team getting outpunched. Nice, gets the power that he needed. Oh, the go for it's have not worked for anyone this game. He didn't, right, he didn't take his block with his Minotaur though, interestingly. Oh, if that skink had stood there, then it would have been a double dodge for the Hobgoblin. But I suppose the Hobgoblin could have blitzed with 2 dice then. If he's surrounded one in front or at the back, he can blitz the one in front on a 2 skull and then make a break for it. So actually that is the better way. That's the better way to hold that Hobgoblin. We know how the result goes, but this will be a hell of an achievement to actually score from here, because getting past those little skinks is no mean feat. You'd have to dodge away, but he does have a reroll, so I'm guessing that's where the reroll gets used. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 go for it if he dodges away. Nice, gets the power. Dodges. Well played, boys. That was a very gritty, bash-based game. But it's 2 teams that don't have great ball handling. These little Hobgoblins suck. Well played, boys. Well played. And the final game of round 4 was TheExile's Orcs. And William Slayer's Barbarians. 3-0, so real drubbing by the Orcs. They must have broken, oh look at that, 13 armor breaks to only 4. Good lord. SPP, as you might expect. Oof, god, that sucks, William. Oof. The 11, 13, 15, 23. Holy crap, that's a lot.
Did you know?
Almost total ball possession. This is what really shows you the difference, though. The exact same amount of blocks succeeded, but the 4 injuries inflicted to 0. That really shows you the difference between the 7 AV Barbarians and the 9 AV Orcs. Except when I play the Orcs, in which case the 9 AV just never does anything. The Orcs rolled pretty average all the way around, and CX Smashers rolled a lot of 6s. That doesn't seem too bad dice-wise. One of 3 or 4 pickup attempts. Go for it, 71%. Go for it, 75%. About the same. Let's check out the replay. Right, so it starts off with a high kick for the Barbarians. And the first thing that jumps out at me is I noticed that William has gotten pro on his 1 Berserker, so that's like a 50% chance to reroll on that lad. And on the advice of a bunch of us, he's taken leader on one of his throwers. Starting with the ball handling is super risky. I do want to see what kind of work this Yeti can do with his claw, because it should be an automatic armor break. Oh god! Oh, that is so painful to see. So William only has essentially 1.5 rerolls per turn. And he's had to burn his reroll on his very first block with the Yeti. Oof, that is so unfortunate. 1 dice, push, fine. And I did notice that Exile has guard on the troll, which is bloody great. Interesting he went for guard over Juggernaut, because a bunch of guys who have big guys have tended to favor Juggernaut. I would be disinclined to take guard with an orc team, because the troll would normally be standing around the black orcs who have 4 strength anyway. But I suppose guard is a little bit more percentage than Juggernaut, because you don't have to blitz to get usefulness out of guard. Block. Now, most of these blocks are going to be thrown with block disadvantage for the orcs, but he has quite a big strength advantage. I forgot that he's got a goblin. I've never played an orc team with a troll and a goblin. That's something I need to try. I typically go for the more boring, you know, blitzers, black orcs, and lineman combo.
Can the player force possession away from the ball holder?
Push, is that still surfable? That's still surfable though. If it pushes him there, you can then push him out. Oh, William, no! Do the other way around. Next time you're in that situation, if ever you have an enemy who is on this part of the field or that part of the field, remember you can surf them with just 2 hits. And especially when you have a team that has someone with frenzy on them. I have learned that the hard way, let me tell you. And just getting pushes on his Yeti, that's unlucky. We'll join back in once something exciting happens. Let's see, there's an armor break here. Oh, there we go. This is done. Right, so the barbarians have actually made a break for it. But he's unsupported. Here comes a big blitz. Oh god. Oh! Dead! He's got an apo. Oh, that sucks. I mean, at least he's alive, but the noises that Toronto makes. That is a hell of a hit by Gruglio. Ouchie. And he recovered the ball as well. A lot of barbarians on their backs. I can't see how you can recover the ball here. It's so hard. Oh, that looks good. This is done. Little tip, William. Make sure you stand up your lads before you start throwing dice. Because if that had gone wrong, you would have had a bunch of guys left on the floor. Didn't he have a berserker there? No. Oof. Yeah, we'll check back in a sec, see if the Orcs are able to get a score out of this. It finally gets a hit, but Black Orc was fine. Right, so turn 6, Orc drive. The first thing I notice is the little gobbo out over there. I'm guessing he's going to hand off to a throw to the goblin. Nice ball handling, Orcs, with 0 rerolls. That's ballsy. I fucking like that. Is it just me, or did this troll start the game with 6 SPP. Another death! Holy shit, and no APO this time. Ooh, that's a berserker only with 2 SPP, but still, that hurts. And the level up for the troll. The troll must have started with 12 SPP then, because he got 2 SPP from his first kill, which got APO'd, and then he got another kill, which couldn't get APO'd. As you can see, the barbarians are getting the armor breaks. They're just not getting the injuries, and then the wild animal lets him down. Got a foul. A foul that got an injury. Nice. Sent off. I think that's worth it. Yeah, because he's got the reserves. So there was the send-off. Oof, another injury, my god! No long-term effect, at least. And the goblin just runs it in. I think this is 3, 4, 5, 6. On the next turn, I think he runs it in. With no re-rolls. It's too risky to try to hand off, I would imagine. Zoop! Yep, you're not catching that little green fucker. Oh, good lord! It's turn 7 and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 lads off the field. Good hit there by the thrower, at least. Okay, so he's got one more attempt to try to get bodies on that ball carrier, but it looks like, yeah, no one... That was super unlucky, but he had to try for it, I suppose. That was Pro that actually got him the reroll there, but it ended up not working. So going for it, failure, going for it, failure. And first touchdown. Okay. Look at the breakdancing goblin. Lol. Right, so turn 9. Is it the barbarians doing a bit of punching? Yep. A lot of one dice is being rolled. Oh. Wild animal failure. And did he re-roll that? I think he did. Yeah, there goes his only re-roll. Dodging away. Pro. Fails again and injured. Good lord. I mean, there are some mistakes being made by William, but good lord, the dice have not been in his favor. Still, I do love seeing a bit of Orc Bowl. Good hit there by the goblin, but he is in contact with the Ulfana now. This looks pretty good for the orcs here. These lads will have to make dodges away if they want to contest the ball carrier. Both of the big lads just being wild and stupid. Oh, big pow! Injured! Good lord! Oh!
That looks painful.
God, William, dude, I feel so bad for you, man. Holy shit. This has been a nightmare of a game for you. 1, 2, 3, 4 injuries and a death. Holy shit. And it would have been 3 injuries and 2 deaths if it wasn't for his APO. And his Yeti was able to hit a bunch of guys without breaking armor. Whoa. You hate to see it, don't you? This is hard. This is really hard now. What, dodge away there? Try and get onto him. 6 movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A dodge away and a go for it with a 1 dice. Oh, he's not trying for the ball carrier? Oh, I see he's blitzing there. Okay, fair enough. And then just follow up and put him next to the ball carrier. Fair enough. Well done. That was a nice move, William. Very nice. He needs dice to go well for him here. The push. No! What? Why just push him there? Get him away from the ball carrier. Oh, the surf. No, but you can't surf him there. It's quite funny seeing the little goblin make blocks. Oh, this dude's gonna get punched. That's a level 3 troll now. That is very scary. If that troll gets blocked. So scary. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, so that's the second touchdown. He just runs it in here, looks like. No mercy. Is he going for the surf? No, he's trying to offload to get a score onto his blitzer. It is noticeable though that by not having someone standing next to the troll, it's only a 50-50 chance he'll be able to do anything. Oh, go for it! That's a very nice double one there. I feel you're playing Exile. That happened to me last night in 2 games. I had 2 occasions where I had to make double go for it, and both times rolled double ones. So this is William Slayer's 12th turn. Oh god! The lack of rerolls is just absolutely gimping him. And he's got most of his team off the field now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lads on the field. A throw attempt? The throw's good. The catch? Oh, he's fucking useless. What did he roll? He rolled a 2 and a 2. Ah. Orcs, man. They're good at bashing. They are not good at ball handling. Eighth succeeded. Nice. And the dodge away. Throw it up the field. Go on, be brave. You've got to get it out of your half. See, if he had stood that up guy before, he then could have just done a long bomb and hope for the best. Because at this position, his ball carrier is just going to get blitzed hard. Here it comes. Oh, gets the pal. And that's a very favourable ball scatter for him. The pickup and the touchdown, nice. Well done, Orcs. Right, so turn 14. William Slayer is defending with 5 guys on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys off the field. Oh my god. This is so, I'm guessing this third touchdown wasn't that difficult to get. He's only got 2 turns here, but when you've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 4-man advantage. Well, he does have to pick the ball up, and he does have the reroll though. There goes the reroll. Good. That's what the reroll's for with an orc team. Ball handling. Really stupid again, even with the +2. It's funny because Eric the Troll has 16 SPP, but he's been hot and cold this game. He's either been amazing getting kills and injuries, always been a complete liability and just standing there like a dumbass. What do you do here? as the barbarians. Yeah, blitz and put someone on the ball carrier, I suppose. Oh, but the GFI fails. Rolled a 1 on the GFI. If I'm the exile here, I don't even throw blocks. I just run it in. Because if any of these blocks go wrong, that ends his turn, he doesn't get the touchdown. But these are really safe blocks though. I mean, a 3 dice, even with block disadvantage, is pretty safe. And I suppose the game is won for him anyway. Just runs it in, there you go. GG. Well played, Orcs. Commiserations to William the Slayer. You were the one who got slayed, my friend. Unlucky. Right, so at the conclusion of round 4, the leaderboard looked more or less the same as this. This is actually the leaderboard at round 5 now. I wasn't actually able to look at the leaderboard for round 4. But Necromantic sitting in first place now, tied with the Skaven. So Griff and Lloggiczz are heading for a top of the table clash at some point. The Amazons have recovered amazingly well. They struggled in the beginning, but have gone on a 4-win streak. The Orcs are on a 2-win streak as well. Orcs were sitting in 12th position after 3 rounds and have bashed their way up to 4th position. Elven Union, the Elves, still sitting in 5th position on the back of their 2 wins. Chaos Dwarves have only lost once, but only won once. They keep drawing, which I suppose is not surprising with Chaos Dwarves. They're not a particularly scory, ball handling-y team. The Never Dying, the halflings, JuodasVarnas team. He's done amazingly well to win 2 games and lose 2 games only. This shows what a strong player he is, even though he's playing with one of the, what's considered to generally be a joke team. Proto-Molecule, which is Master Freedom's team, is sitting in 8. It's pretty much the same. Actually, there's a 3-way tie here between Proto-Molecule, Bloody Dawn, and Sotek's Fangs for the relegation spots. Remember, the top 8 are going to go through. So the Dwarves and the Norse are fighting relegation, but I believe the Dwarves still have their game for round 5, but let's not get into that right now. That'll be part of the round 5 highlights. So, yeah, that was round 4. Hope you guys all enjoyed it, and check in back next week for round 5 highlights.